Well, I guess that one of the biggest challenges is of course that being massively multiplayer, it's basically you have to think about the interaction between people and really how you create gameplay around that, and also how you actually like encourage to social networks to actually occur and really groups to form and achieve common goals. So those are maybe the game design challenges that we have. But on the technology side, I mean, we have one single universe, 300,000 people playing in the same world. So we've had some technical challenges there, getting everybody on the same cluster, right? And that's been a continuous challenge as we've been growing since we launched 6 years ago. And I think that one of the things that we did is we took into account that basically, since it's internet-based, you basically have to take into account a lot of the latency. So when we design the game, we take into account that there might be a couple of hundred milliseconds of latency between you and another player. So we really had to work our way around that in the beginning. The main difference being is that when we ship a game, we're basically going into a long-term relationship with our customers, and we've been continuously developing it since we launched, and we now have quadrupled the size of the team like developing it. But at the same time, half of the company is really also working on simply providing a service, and that's really something that goes from customer service over to billing, over to community management, so on and so forth. And also, of course, I mean, there's a lot of feedback that you have to take into account, so there's a lot of feedback channels that we have in place. I think the main thing is to realize is that as long as you develop and maintain the service and really provide something new regularly, you will be able to foster a long-term relationship, and that will be reciprocated at the same end again. I mean, if you go away, leave it, and don't really develop it forward or actually maintain a proper service, people will simply leave. So we've found that, and we invest a lot of time and effort into those relationships, and really focus on providing the best service at all times. Well, there's a lot of things happening around casual, but I think that the general thing that's happening in games is that there's a level of character persistence. So I mean, you're evolving something, and it's really as online as well. So you're basically creating a persona, and more games will actually have this element to them, that you actually are a persona on the internet. And we also see that in casual games, it used to be like, think about Tetris, for example, or Bejeweled. They are moving to like a multiplayer model as well. So it's basically going from you against the computer to other human opponents, because that's a much stronger feeling and much more rewarding, like, kind of game experience. So I think that you'll see the strangest games actually have an online component, something that we never have seen before. And of course, secondly, is that digital distribution is going really strong. It's been there for years. I mean, we started 6 years ago in digital distribution, but I think now that that's going to go stronger into consoles as well. And I think that you'll be able to buy games transparently, basically, and just you don't have to go to the store. You don't have to download them, basically, because you can't even stream them to you. So. It's $1 million question, isn't it? I think that, well, I'd say one thing is that, being iterative when you're developing the game, and also incorporating a lot of feedback from an early stage from customers is really the way to achieve something in the end that is fun, instead of what's been happening a lot is that you simply start off with a huge goal which you finish in 3 years, and then suddenly realize that I basically don't have something fun to play. So I think that a lot of game developers are moving to a more iterative development model, and I think that's going to result ultimately in better games. What really defines them, I don't know. I think that I like most what's basically happening in terms of innovative controls. Just take the Wii, for example, and also seeing Rock Band and Guitar Hero like flying off, and DJ Hero coming in. So I think that we will also see some innovation happening there more. So I think that as soon as you think about the game actually as a social experience, even on the couch, just between a couple of people, I think you'll see some interesting stuff happen.